Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir is boiling with fierce protests. For 5 days now, civilians have been protesting on the streets of Muzaffarabad and other districts, demanding an end to their social-economic neglect, calling for political reforms and an end to elite privileges. When security forces and police clashed with the protesters, at least a dozen civilians were reported killed. Protests have even reached Islamabad. There was a police crackdown there too. Even journalists were assaulted. There are reports that protests have spread to Karachi as well. So what is fueling the protests, and what is Pakistan's human rights record in PoJK, or Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir? The next story brings you more.
The streets of Muzaffarabad, the capital of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, have turned into a battlefield after days of violent clashes between anti-government protesters and the police. Thousands first took to the streets of Muzaffarabad, demanding an end to lucrative benefits for the political class, such as free electricity and expensive cars. The protests have been led by civil rights organization Awami Action Committee, formed to fight for local rights in the mostly rural region, echoing similar movements in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan.
All the citizens of Muzaffarabad were peacefully recording their protest on Neelam Bridge when a few people, some facilitators of institutions, arrived with institutional weapons in the presence of administration and police and opened direct fire on our venue. We have evidence of this.
The town of Kotli saw a complete shutdown, and major areas including Azad Patan and Palandhari continued to witness demonstrations with crowds voicing their demands and grievances. On Friday morning, thousands marched from Jhelum Valley towards Muzaffarabad in protest against the Pakistani government, while the Pakistani government claimed in a statement that it had accepted 90% of the demands. The AAC, which is asking for affordable electricity, more hospitals and for private mobile network providers to enter the market, denied that its demands had been met. Listen to the sentiments on the ground.
The politicians here behave like gangsters over our heads. We want them gone and their privileges removed. The free electricity the people in the government receive should end.
With internet and mobile phone services blocked in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and local media warned by authorities against covering the daily demonstrations, the outrage has spread well beyond the region. Several youth set up tents outside the Pakistani High Commission in the UK and have gone on a hunger strike against the Pakistani government. India responded to the violence in the region, saying Pakistan must be held accountable for its horrific human rights violations.
We have seen reports on protests in several areas of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, including brutalities by Pakistani forces on innocent civilians. We believe that it is a natural consequence of Pakistan's oppressive approach and systemic plundering of resources from these territories, which remain under its forcible and illegal occupation. Pakistan must be held accountable for its horrific human rights violations.
The latest agitation is part of a longer cycle of unrest in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Besides socio-economic neglect, human rights violations in the region have been widely documented. They include forced disappearances, torture, political repression, electoral fraud and suppression of freedom of speech. Pakistani security agencies, particularly the Inter-Services Intelligence or ISI, have been accused of carrying out arbitrary arrests and enforced disappearances of activists, journalists and pro-independence voices. Torture and lack of accountability for security forces are key concerns. With inputs from Vishal Baristo, DD India.